Warning: the events described in this story are completely fictitious. This is where truth dances with shadows. Throughout the series, the court will hear the public accusations that some people have made about current events and what happened. But beware, it's all a work of fiction. And remember, you will choose the heroes of the next series. The courtroom is filled with a flood of people. Whispers, footsteps, and the rustling of papers mingle in every corner. The only question on everyone's lips is what kind of defense the accused will present. The air is heavy, the tension palpable. The president of the court, in his black robe, takes heavy steps towards the bench. The crowd suddenly falls silent. The president sits on the bench, strikes the gavel hard, and the sound echoes off the stone walls of the hall. President George Washington takes a deep breath and begins to speak. The trial begins again. The accused will be given the right of defense. We will hear Donald Trump first. Mr. Trump, come to the stand. Donald Trump slowly rises from his seat. He exudes confidence in every step. He straightens his red tie, shoves his hands in and out of his jacket pockets, and takes the microphone. The eyes in the hall are locked on him. He clears his throat with a cough, then begins to speak with a broad smile. Your honorable court, distinguished jurors, my dear people. I love this country. Everyone knows that. As long as I've been president, I've made America great again. Yes, again. And I'll do it again, make no mistake. The only reason you're judging me here is because I succeeded, period. My meetings with Canada and Russia, they were all about strengthening the economy of this country. What Trudeau said, it's all political games, cheap tricks. As for Zelensky and Putin, they are after their own interests, and they're trying to exonerate themselves by accusing me here. But what did I do? I protected the American people, always and everywhere. My collaboration with Elon Musk? Innovation, my friends, innovation. Technology is not a crime. It's a force that moves this country forward. Some of the jurors nod, some frown. Roosevelt squints and stares intently at Trump, as if weighing every word. Abraham Lincoln purses his lips and looks thoughtfully at the notes in front of him, occasionally running his pen across the paper. A murmur rises in the hall, but the prosecutor stands up to break the silence. Prosecutor Kennedy says in a sharp tone, Mr. Trump, the charges against you are not limited to trade. You are alleged to have sold out America's interests in your dealings with Russia. This is a serious allegation. What do you have to say to that? Trump laughs a short laugh and then becomes serious. It's rubbish. Bullshit. I didn't sell anything to anyone. On the contrary, I defended America. I was always at the forefront. Elon and JD too. We are the truth tellers. But everyone is afraid because the truth hurts. I am a patriot, remember that. Trump wants to show his confidence while at the same time showing his nervousness. The presiding judge shakes his head from side to side. A slight look of weariness appears on his face. The atmosphere in the courtroom becomes increasingly electric. Chief Justice Washington. Mr. Trump, we have heard enough. You may return to your seat. We will now hear the defense of Elon Musk. Trump straightens his tie once more as he steps down from the podium and takes his seat. Out of the corner of his eye, he casts a challenging glance at the hall. Meanwhile, Elon Musk slowly stands up. He is wearing a simple but elegant gray suit, no tie. His steps are calm, almost mechanical. He reaches the podium and gently pulls the microphone towards him. A slight, mysterious smile appears on his face. In a calm, almost hypnotic voice, I am a visionary who wants to change the world. I built electric vehicles to save the planet. I started space programs for the future of humanity. I brought the internet to every corner with Starlink for communication. The satellite offer I made to Canada, that was to give humanity uninterrupted internet, not a threat, never. My talks with Russia? Limited to scientific cooperation, completely transparent. Even my decision to stop Starlink was to protect human life. No leader, not even me, should have that much power. I brought order, not chaos. Prosecutor Kennedy leans forward to interrupt Musk, his brow furrowed. What about your closeness to Trump, Mr. Musk? It is alleged that you support, perhaps even direct, his political agenda. What do you have to say to that? I don't support anyone's agenda. I believe in freedom. The freedom of the individual, of technology, of humanity. Technology is not used for politics. On the contrary, it transcends it. I cooperated with Trump, yes, but it was to move America forward, not for personal gain. The rest is rumors. A slight hum rises in the hall. Papers are passed around among the jurors, some taking notes, others exchanging meaningful glances. Roosevelt rubs his chin while looking at Musk. Lincoln raises his eyebrows and scribbles something. The president of the court interrupts again. Mr. Musk, you may return to your seat. We will now hear the defense of JD Vance. As Elon Musk leaves the bench, he takes one last sifting look at the courtroom and takes a seat. JD Vance stands up timidly. His suit is a little crumpled and his tie is slightly crooked. He takes slow steps to the podium, puts his hands in and out of his pockets, then grabs the microphone. His voice is shaky at first, but strengthens after a few words. Taking a deep breath, he begins. I started as an ordinary American citizen in a small town in Ohio. I had dreams like everyone else. Trump believed in me, gave me a chance. Elon gave me a vision, a better future. What have I done? I have worked to help the American people achieve a stronger, safer future. Strengthening the economy, protecting borders, supporting families. Is that a crime? Yes, we made trade deals. Yes, there were some negotiations. But it was all in America's favor. Those who accuse us are the ones hiding their own agenda. What do you say to that? Prosecutor Kennedy steps forward to interrupt Vance, his voice harsh. What about the allegations against you, Mr. Vance? You're accused of backdoor deals with Canada and Russia. These allegations are backed up by documents. What do you have to say? Vance sighs, pauses for a moment. If it's a crime to make a few backdoor deals to make this country stronger, then yes, I'm guilty. But know this, I did this for America, not for my own pocketbook. I stand with my people, always. The whispers in the hall increase, some nodding in agreement, others looking skeptical. Trump looks at Vance in surprise, frowns. Musk, on the other hand, stares coldly at Vance without rolling his eyes, an expression on his face that does not betray what he is thinking. The president of the court slams his gavel on the table. This concludes today's hearing. Tomorrow, the prosecutor will analyze the witness statements and ask the defendants their final questions. For the time being, the court may adjourn. The sound of the gavel echoes throughout the courtroom. As the crowd slowly moves, the camera focuses for a moment on Trump's angry face, lips tightly closed, eyes blazing. Then it turns to Musk, cool, almost indifferent, looking at the table in front of him with a slight smile. Finally, Vance's haggard face appears on the screen, shoulders slumped, eyes pensive. As soon as the heavy doors of the courtroom close, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and JD Vance find themselves in the back corridor, dimly lit. The roar of the crowd has been left outside, replaced by a deep silence. The three look at each other for a moment. There is both tension and a strange solidarity in the air. Trump, loosening his tie, takes the floor first. This is a disgrace. We are being judged here in our own country by a bunch of cowards. I saved America. My friends, I saved America. And now what? Trudeau's lies, Zelensky's tricks. All against me. But I will not give up, never. Elon Musk listens to Trump with his hands in his pockets and his back against the wall. That familiar, slightly wry smile appears on his face. He tilts his head slightly to the side and intervenes in a calm voice. President, calm down. This is a game of chess, and we have not yet been mate. They are waving documents making claims, but they have nothing concrete, just words. I changed the world with technology. You changed the world with politics. They blame us because they don't understand our vision. Besides, they're exaggerating the Starlink issue. I did it for humanity, not threats. JD Vance stands in a corner, rubbing his hands together, watching the two of them. His face is a mixture of exhaustion and concern. He takes a deep breath, then timidly interjects. I don't know, maybe we went too far. They called it behind the door talks, but I just worked for my country. Trump trusted me. Your vision inspired me, Elon. But now, it's like everything's reversed. When the prosecutor was waving those documents, Trump turns to Vance and frowns, then waves his hand in the air in a stern gesture. JD, snap out of it. This is not a moment of weakness. This is a time of war. They want to tear us down, but we're stronger. You worked with me. The people love me. Remember that. Like Elon said, it's a game. And I don't lose games ever. Musk takes a step towards Vance, stares at him. There's an unusual seriousness in his voice. JD, don't panic. The documents? It's all a matter of interpretation. I've been meeting with governments, companies for years. It's all part of the job. So is what you do. We've worked to make America stronger. That's not a crime. But remember this, the prosecutor's gonna come in harder tomorrow. We have to be prepared. Trump turns to Musk and nods, a look of approval on his face. You're right, Elon. We'll be prepared. I'll give a speech, get the public behind me again. You pull those tech tricks. JD gets his courage up. We're a team, an unbeatable team. Tomorrow, we'll make that prosecutor regret it.